I just released a technical paper on the learning labels technology. Technical not in how the paper is written, but just how the concepts are applied in the system. This represents more than 4 years of work. The system is currently patent pending. The video is meant to attract adopters, investors, and partners to this technology. I'd love to cover some of the main points in this video, but keep this under 5 minutes. The paper provides much more context. See the link below and please read. Learning labels is a system to manage and track skills, produce a standardized display. I hear the remarks of these skill labels are like nutritional labels, but for learning or education. The inspiration didn't start with a nutritional label, though later it had an influence. A nutritional label is a highly effective standardized display. Learning labels have significant other attributes. They're optimized for digital experience, data can be interpolated over time, they link to education and training standards, and a learning gain is calculated as a number. Learning labels solve bigger problems on a macro level. There are no borders, there are no stages. They are comprehensive, they are versatile, they are a basis for accountability. Learning labels help solve the problem in understanding how long it takes to learn a skill. Introduces skill points, which is a measured learning gains from completing tasks. Skill labels a step towards tracking lifelong learning. A collection of learning labels is a summary of learning and an index to the resources themselves, and it's not limited to books, but also games, activities, VR experiences, and tasks where any learning takes place. It keeps a record of learning. Most assessments have a similar shortcoming in that they do not consider the context behind the knowledge, experiences. For this reason and others, there is value in tracking the successful completion of learning tasks, a record of learning. Tracking skills and the underlying methods and applications. There's 4 big reasons why. A basis to understand a competency, move forward in learning a skill, and signal chosen methods and applications. Situational application of skills as well. There's so much focus on institution-centric applications such as learning management systems, credentialing applications, and systems for education publishers. But is it possible to put learners in the driver's seat of their learning? Can we design applications focused on the decision-making of a learner? Learning labels are meant to work with LMSs, not compete with them. Currently, labels work ideally with Google Classroom, a single-click button for an assignment. Similar integration with the other LMSs is possible. An advantage of the learning labels technology is tracking learning regardless of the systems, stages, or standard. In science, we miniaturize to get a better understanding of how stuff works. Each time we get smaller, there are new possibilities on understanding how systems work. The same can be said in how we think about learning development and more specifically skills development. This is happening in 2 ways, understanding the methods and applications behind skills and breaking down learning into granular tasks. Okay, some of the current functionality. Connecting labels together in series. Connect learning labels in a series based on users' performance. It's possible to create a series of labels and connect them based on performance and grade each learner. Then the learner navigates through the series based on their achievements. One goal in making learning labels an effective standardized display is to provide many ways to distribute them. Each learning label gets a landing page with its own unique URL. From this page, learning practitioners get labels to their audience in many ways. There's no use in having education and training standards without us representing them in a clear, concise way. The succinctness and readability for all parties differentiates the technology from anything else in the marketplace. There is functionality for taking quizzes within the learning labels framework. This is the basic flow for learning. Labels application, labels, assessments, badges. There are views. There are currently views. They're the label, the default view, and maps and flashcards. They add more uses with no duplication of work. There are peer reviews. Number 1 suggestion from practitioners for use and adoption of the learning labels is providing a way to verify the expectations. The learning labels system includes a fully functional process to verify expectations. Personalized learning is a time-consuming process. There are 3 ways to introduce personalized learning within the learning labels technology. Okay, the future. There's already an algorithm to calculate numerical learning gains based on skills called skill points. To take this to the next generation, 2.0, let's improve the algorithm to include a coefficient, a growth rate, for each skill on a skill-by-skill basis. In the future, learning is moving to interactive books, games, simulations, and VR experiences. Let's move from screens and displays to an interactive system as proposed in the patent. Consider the learning labels technology. Email partners@skillslabel.com.